So today is a story all about how I moved to Dallas, Texas, y'all, with no money down.
Straight out the hood now, roll with the hood down. Tell them it's good now, we got it shut down. Spin it go, represent it, let it go. We got rhythm, we got flow, so we gotta let them know. Spin it go, represent it, let it go. We got rhythm, we got flow, so we gotta let them know. Straight out the hood now, roll with the hood down. Tell them it's good now, we got it shut down. Straight out the hood.
Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your hostess with the mostest, D Infinite, and this is the start of a new video. So today is a story all about how I moved to Dallas, Texas, y'all, with no money down. Let's start from the end so y'all can kind of see where I'm coming from. So currently I am 25 years old. At the end of February, it will make 5 years that I've been in Dallas, Texas. I have my own car, my own apartment, and I work from home. Currently, life is great. I love the reality that I'm in now, and I'm ready to elevate to the next level. Now, let's get into the grand scheme of things. What happened? How did I get here? Because I am originally from St. Louis, Missouri. So I feel like the most pivotal moment where this story begins to take its shape. Let's picture the moment. It is 2019. I am turning 20 years old. Y'all, when I say I got the best family in the whole wide world, I love this so much. I'm a CNA in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm living downtown in my first apartment. I have a roommate. We have a 2-bedroom apartment. My best friend is living in our living room with her baby. Like, it's just a lot. At one point, my other friend lived with us. I loved that apartment. It was not fully furnished. The only thing that really had furniture in it was our bedrooms and the bathroom and the kitchen. But that was one of the most grand experiences that I have lived through to date. Like, my first apartment with my roommate, oh my goodness, like, y'all cannot even imagine the memories that went down in that apartment, the things that we learned. But to keep on going through this story, I ended up getting into it with my family. We were not close at the time, and that's what prompted me to leave my household at 18 years old. We'll definitely do a more in-depth story time about that. But fast forward a couple of months after that, I ended up going to stay with my best friend. And then I got my own apartment with my roommate. That's where we ended up, downtown St. Louis. At this time, I'm like 18, 19 years old. So living with your friends at that age is so fun. But I'm like your big sister, big cousin in this video. I'm going to be sharing with y'all also some mistakes that I made that you should not make when you are that age. And I'm so thankful that I was able to restore myself. But let me tell y'all, it took a lot of time, dedication, effort, and money to do so. So keep listening to the story and hopefully you can learn a couple lessons as well. So there you have it. I'm a CNA. I'm 19 years old. I get the crazy idea that I want to go to Miami for my birthday. And for all of you that don't know, my birthday is July 31st. I'm a Leo and I absolutely love my birthday. I think of it as a national holiday and I love to celebrate it. It was about March of 2019 where I just decided, yes, I want to go to Miami. I just want to do something fun and extravagant. I told my friends about it. 2 of them ended up deciding they were going to come with me. And it's the same 2 friends where if y'all go back in my videos, you look at my Houston travel vlog for my birthday this year in 2024, it was those same 2 friends decided to go with me because the year prior in 2018, I went to Miami for the first time. And y'all, when I say I fell in love with the city, I went for spring break. It was about a week. I went with a group of girls. We had the time of our lives. And I think that was one of the real rare moments where I truly fell in love with traveling. And it was 2017, 2018 when I really decided like traveling is something that I love to do and I will continue to do it because it makes my heart sing a tune that I cannot hear through mediocrity. So my best friend, I told y'all she was living with us at the time. Tell me why the day that we left for Miami for my 20th birthday, my best friend drove 10 hours to Texas because her family had moved to Dallas and they were starting to do really well out here. So they encouraged her to come down and she decided to do it. So it was like the end of an era. My best friend was leaving at the same time we were driving to the airport. And when I say this trip is one that changed my life forever, that's when I really believed that manifestation and alchemy existed, because I had pictured so much of what happened. Like, I knew I wanted to get my makeup done and I did. I knew I wanted to have pink hair and I did. It was just so many things like that. Like, I knew I wanted to go to Miami and I was able to make it happen just because I planned it. I put in action, and then next thing you knew, my reality was reflecting exactly what I seen in my mind and what I wanted.
When you imagine something, you are not merely creating mental pictures. You are generating a specific frequency, a particular vibration that corresponds to your desire fulfilled. This is why feeling is the secret, for feeling is the language of vibration. You see, when you imagine your desire fulfilled, you are literally setting yourself aflame with the vibration of that state.
It was one point where we were at the beach and I was just in the ocean with my friends, and we were all just kind of having our separate little vibes inside of the ocean, embodied by the water. And I just kind of had a silent conversation with myself and with the universe, just really talking about how I wanted to do better with my life and how I wanted something different. I just felt like I wasn't in alignment. Like, yes, I was having fun in Miami, but I was over 300 pounds. I was the biggest that I have ever been in my life. I wasn't as happy as I wanted to be. I wasn't in contact with my family. The only thing that was holding me together really was the friendships that I had and the ability to be able to travel and get a new sense of self when I went and took a flight somewhere else, because I just got to be in a whole different reality than what I was used to. So it was at that time that I really decided, like, hey, being in Miami really makes me feel like anything is possible. I feel like I'm at home here. I feel like I belong here. So fast forward, we come back home from Miami. It's a couple of months later. My best friend is at this point doing really good. She's got her another job. She got her own apartment. It's her first apartment by herself, and she is just doing wonderful. And then just seeing where she had been when she had left and where she was at that moment where she was telling us like everything is going good, I just got super excited about it. And she was like, it's enough room. Y'all go ahead, come down here if y'all ever get the courage to. So something in me was just like, she's right. Like, I should come down there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to Dallas. I'm like, I'm not close with my family. What can I lose? Like, my life is not happy down here. I really feel like there's something out there better for me, but I don't know what it is. I'm scared to take a chance, but I kind of want to do it anyway because I am not fulfilled in this current reality. So yes, a couple of months had passed. At this point, it's like January of 2020, and I am at my wit's end with St. Louis. Like, I'm just like, I am not feeling happy with this life. I need to go. I need to break out. I need to do something crazy, or I'm gonna go crazy. So after months of debating, going back and forth, I finally convinced my roommate to just do it. And she decides that, okay, forget it. I'm gonna move to Dallas, Texas with you and your best friend. Which, in hindsight, looking back, I do understand her hesitation, because we did things like break the lease. We ended up incurring costs from that decision, and it took me a couple of years to be able to reconcile that. So jumping off a whim and just doing something out of nowhere, I do not recommend that at all, because the repercussions behind it will come to bite you in the butt. But in my specific story, that is exactly what we did. Again, we broke the lease. We packed up everything that we could in her car, and we ventured on a 10-hour road trip down to Dallas, Texas. And remind you, January 2019, I'm moving into my first apartment. I have a nice car. I have a job. Like, I'm a certified nursing assistant. So it's just so crazy how much things can change in 1 year. We end up taking turns driving the 10 hours. My roommate drove the first 5. I drove the last 5. We end up making it to my best friend's apartment in the wee hours of the night. We get there and we all know the infamous year of 2020.
Viral pneumonia has hit central China's Wuhan city. Authorities have reported 27 cases in total.
It's a new type of coronavirus.
A mystery virus they'd hoped to contain, but one we now know can jump from human to human.
It's one person coming in from China, and we have it under control. It's going to be just fine.
It seemed like this was an issue contained to China.
The city at the center of the outbreak in China and 2 others going on lockdown.
The risk is low in the United States. The risk is low.
So at least 565 people are dead and more than 28,000 infected with coronavirus around the world. That's if the Chinese are telling the truth.
Should we have been more aggressive with China and put their feet to the fire? I mean, obviously, history has told us that.
So at this point, it's February 2020 when we finally get to my best friend's apartment. We had agreed that we were going to stay with her for 6 months. Little did we know that the month that we moved down there, which was February of 2020, a worldwide pandemic hits the whole entire globe. We are stuck in the house. Imagine the terror of moving to a whole nother state. Like I said, no job, no apartment, no car, no plan, no money. And you're in a whole foreign state, living on your best friend's couch. And a pandemic pops out. Like, oh my God. And I was trying so hard, y'all. Like, in the weeks leading up until the pandemic, I had got me a job down here in Texas. I was working door to door, selling solar panels for solar powered electricity. And I was really thinking, like, you know, I'm doing this. I don't really want to be going door to door, but I'm going to do it because I am going to make an honest living in Texas. And a lot happened. My roommate ended up meeting someone. She moved out. We ended up not being friends anymore because of that. Things just did not align. She ended up moving out and by herself and eventually moving back to our hometown. I decided to stay. I ended up meeting someone. We ended up moving in together. Everybody knows the running jokes about lesbian couples. They move very fast. I cannot lie to you from experience. It is true. It ended up ending though, and guess what? 3 years later, I am back on my best friend's couch. And it just so happened that that time I ended up back on my best friend's couch was actually August of 2023. So yes, just in 2023, I was back in the same spot. I didn't have a car. I didn't have an apartment. I had a job this time, but I did not have too much capital. So I felt like I was starting all over from square one. Once again, it was very scary. I contemplated a lot, like, should I just move back home? Like, what should I do? I thought about moving to Houston, but nothing truly felt right. So I ended up applying to the apartments that I'm in now, and guess what happened? My credit was so bad that they declined me from these apartments. When I say y'all, my feelings was hurt. Like, I knew my credit was bad, but I did not expect them to say no to my application. I had paid my application fee and everything. So when I did that, like, I was so scared at that point. And if you also don't know, I battled homelessness as a child as well. So that's what made it even more scary for me in those moments living with my best friend. I just did not want to have to go back to those moments where I was staying in the homeless shelter. I'm gonna get a little off track right now, but I remember moments in my childhood where the school bus used to drop me and my little brother off right in front of the homeless shelter, and it used to embarrass me so much. I used to tell him, come on, just follow me, and I would walk us to the apartments that were right next door to the homeless shelter and make it seem like we were going in there so nobody knew that we were actually homeless. Just did not want people to know that we were walking into that shelter day after day. So little moments like that would just replay in my head. So a couple of months down the line, after me being denied for that apartment, I made sure I researched so heavily how to repair your credit score, how to get your credit score up, how to get approved for an apartment, and I did everything that I could. It took a lot of praying, money, manifesting, and hard work and dedication to get me to the point where I was able to repair my credit score enough that in November of 2023, I was able to get approved for the same apartment that I had got denied for a couple of months prior. So in December 2023, I was feeling really proud of myself because the impossible had been realized. If you would have asked me like a year or two before that, could I get my own apartment? Could I get another car? I would have been really skeptical about the outcome, but I was really able to do it, and I was so proud of myself for that. But again, it did take me a lot of hard work and dedication to get there because I had made so many mistakes with my credit when I was 18 and 19 years old. So by the time I was 23, 24, I had to repay all of those things. I had to deal with and face the repercussions from those decisions that I made years before. And now it is January of 2025. I have officially been in Texas again, almost 5 years now. I have actually been doing YouTube since August of 2021. So we are just going at it, a couple of years strong and a lot of ventures. I have just completed 1 full year of living in my first apartment by myself, and I'm so happy about that. So if you're watching this video, please know that it is never too late. You can be afraid and do something anyway, and that the possibilities are endless. It is infinite. Anything that you desire and that you can see in your mind, you can take the necessary steps to alchemize that dream into your reality, because the world around you is a reflection of your thoughts and your actions. I am so grateful that I took the leap and moved to Dallas, Texas. That concludes our story from today on how I moved to Dallas with no money, no car, or a plan. I've always felt like Dallas was a transitional state for me. It was never my end all be all. So I feel like this is a very perfect moment to share this video with you guys, because I am looking to move out of Dallas very soon. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments down below, because I would love to hear from you guys. If you are thinking about moving to another state, let me know where that is and why. And if you love your hometown and you ain't going nowhere, let me know in the comments down below why that is as well, and where your hometown is. I will also say that if you are looking to grow and expand, Texas is a really good place to do that. So that is it for today, guys, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.
Straight out the hood now.